Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going over my new mod that I have just released. So if you want, right now you can download this mod. Currently it's only out for 1.20.1, but over the next couple of days I'm going to try and also port it to 1.20.2 and 0.4, so you can all play it on them as well. Now, if you have seen my channel before, the last video I posted was also about this, but I've decided to separate this into its own mod since so many people liked that. Also, I've changed it and added more since last time, so I'm going to go over everything again. And there's new things, so stick around if you have seen the last video already anyways. Okay, so first off, I will show you all of the ores. Now, last time there wasn't quartz ore, so that's been added as well. So here's all the ores. Since last time I've also added quartz ore, and also if you're watching my No More Horses mod development, in that mod living ores are still a part of it, and there's void fire ore. If you don't know what I'm talking about, ignore that. Now over here, if we reset that, if you haven't seen these before, living ores are a way to farm the ores in Minecraft. So here we have a living quartz ore block, and it starts off as exhausted when you place it. However, if I click on it with a quartz item, it'll start to spread around. Now, there's a small chance of it spreading to be a non-exhausted block, but most of the time it'll spread as exhausted blocks. Oh, it can't spread forever. So if I reset it again now, you'll see that it's random. So this time it did it like this. This time it locked itself out immediately. This one's going quite far, actually. This is a nice one. Anyways, oh wow, actually this one's going incredibly far. So you can get very lucky and unlucky at times. Is it? Yeah, there we go, locked itself there. Now, mining these blocks, both exhausted and non-exhausted, it doesn't matter. With no enchantments or fortune 3, will get you the equivalent of mining either the deep slate, stone, or netherrack versions of these ores. So you'll just get the normal drops. However, if you mine them with silk touch, you will only get the netherrack or deep slate variant depending on the block. So quartz, you'd get netherrack, and the rest of them, you'd get deep slate, the vanilla block variant. Now, this example was sped up incredibly quickly. The tick speed was at 300, the default is normally 3, but they're just slow passive ores that'll be able to be farmed in your world. Now, if I replace this with iron, let that spread a bit, by default, it's spreading quite nicely. If I set this game rule to true, which it normally is, the original ore that spreads will also have a chance of exhausting itself, except for quartz and coal. That's why that wasn't happening before. But given enough time, these ores will also, yep, here we go. They'll just start to exhaust itself if it tries to spread somewhere and it can't, or it spreads somewhere and it successfully spreads. Now, this does mean that technically they're not fully AFK farmable, as you do have to right-click on them with raw iron or any item of its type. However, there is a game rule, exhaust living ores. By default, it's set to true, but you can set it to false. I'll just right-click on that note block there, and if I reset this, then these ones here will never exhaust. The ones that they spread as will still most of the time be exhausted, and I have tested it. Statistically, most of the time, they'll still stop themselves, lock themselves out, so they can't spread forever and infect your world. And as proof of that, over here, I placed some gold ones earlier, and look, they've all exhausted themselves. And this was with the game rule set to false. Originally, the timed out now since I've been playing with it, but they did lock themselves out. Now, how do you obtain these blocks is the question. Now, over here I had a block before. Right, here, this block that was making a racket earlier, this is the living spore block, and you find it here. If I load this structure, this is a living, or spore geode rather, and if you mine inside of them, the center block will always be a living spore, and on occasion, they will make a noise. There we go, right on cue. Now, this block here can only be mined with a netherite pickaxe. So these ores are limited until you get netherite, so there is a bit of a progression. You still have to go mining early game It doesn't completely negate them. It's more of an end-game farming sort of resource. Now, once you have these, you can craft any type of living ore with their respective deep slate or netherrack ore, not the normal variant. So coal, that is, deep slate coal does exist, so it's a nice wee challenge for you there. Now, if I grab these resources, open this, and craft living diamond ore, and place it down. And then you have to right click on it with a diamond, and it will spread. Now, if I teleport here, yep, here we go. This is one I found earlier, naturally spawning in the world. Now, it wasn't exposed to caves, but they can be. And, oh, this one has some granite spawning in it. Weird side effect of using tuff. And there we go, there is a living spore biome. Now, these will only spawn in lush caves biomes. That's why I had to go far away to find one. But when you're here, there's a few of them around. Now, I looked around this one and I couldn't find one that was exposed to the caves very well. But when you're traveling around the cave, like for example, if you were over here, you're mining around, you'd hear the living spore and then you'd dig in this sort of direction until you found it here. And they spawn anywhere from Y64 to Y-64 as long as it's a lush cave biome. So it could have spawned any height in this cave. So that is my mod living ores. If you are interested to play it, the links will be in the description for both the Modrinth page and the CurseForge page. As I said, as this video releases, only 1.20.1 versions are out, but in the next couple days, I am going to try to get the other versions out, so they should work fine. Also, it does require the Fabric API mod, so make sure you have that installed with it, or else it will not work. It says that on both the Modrinth and CurseForge pages, and there should be links to it there. I hope you've enjoyed. If you are interested, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I will be doing more modding content in the future. And I have done some modding videos in the past if you want to check them out as well. So, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Enjoy living ores, and bye-bye!